Truth before the truth. What we're going to talk about today is not just an apple, but the world that I am in, that I've reached full maximum potential as the creator person, the creator being that any life form can achieve, within its circumstance, within its life form. That is the reason why this universe exists. So God made this universe so we could sit here and enjoy it. Isn't real. That's not real. You will never make it if you just sit here to enjoy. Even if you start living for millions of years, you're not getting the point. You're only surviving. So there's a reason there's a universe here. And when you achieve creation, you'll notice that there's lots of space out there. So yes, this is the real thing. This is just the intro, though. We're not actually talking about that. I'm just going to keep introing with the real thing more and more. Truth before the truth. So you achieve creator status as a life form, which isn't the best thing to do. It's only the most important thing to do. So the best thing to do is to have everyone be the creator. And that's actually what I've achieved. That's all I'm allowed to do, is leave the planet Earth to become the first creator, so we can all become the creator. And that's what's so special about this world right now, is that it's globalized and we can achieve creation all together as a planet, all at the same time. Now, I'm making this video, obviously, somewhere it checks in somewhere. There's no video that's not watched by another being or something like that. So my guess is that whoever watches it doesn't get reality. They're just an unconscious, subconscious life form, to where they just see motion and they keep moving around with their regular genetics that they're born with. Within this world. Within this world, we don't know. We are born into. We don't know what's going on. That's like kind of the point of all the poisons and stuff in this world. As you can see, I'm the only one. There's people like me who know everything, or they know what they want to know, and they do from writing, and they eat properly. Probably they do what I'm about to tell you. But they haven't achieved creator status. See, they don't. This is the difference between them and the creator. They won't be a real person and sit here on the ground and send a video to the whole world, and then the rest of the galaxy, or whoever wants to tap into the Earth's information in this moment of time. They won't send you the video and tell the truth, the absolute truth. You know why? Because the person who reads this video and doesn't know what's going on isn't going to learn anything from this video, except possibly what I'm going to show you about an apple. You see, an apple, I have a knife. It's just a regular knife that I peel potatoes with. So, I have an apple. I'm going to peel the apple with the knife. You see, the skin comes off. Now, in this world, as humans, and other animals as well, you see, humans have knives, and the knife peels the apple. You see, right now, anyone who's watching and doesn't know what I'm about to say thinks I'm eating food, but actually, this is a tutorial on how to eat an apple. You see this? That's the skin now. You see that stuff? It's solid material. That's solid leather material. Leather is the skin of a cow. It's not food. It's not edible. It's garbage. You peel it and you suck the moisture out. If you give an apple to a horse or even a cow who has 3 stomachs, even a cow doesn't make the skin of an apple food. because the skin of an apple is there to protect the apple. Now, the reason I made this video is because I could have made this video years ago, but I've noticed that when I've tried to tell someone about peeling their apple and eating it properly, the inside is edible. You can chew it and you can swallow it, and it goes right through. But this stuff, if it doesn't come through out with the rest of your shit, the rest of your poop, the rest of your feces, a lot of words for poop in this world. If it doesn't come out as the skin, then it's stuck inside your body. And when you eat one apple, you have all that material that I just showed you. There's no more moisture left inside the skin from the apple. See, there's stuff left. That's still apple. And the skin only sits there in your stomach and in your gut. It doesn't do anything but sit in there. Now, some people probably can, especially like a horse probably can, poop shit out the skin right away within the next 24 hours. And that means their bodies are functioning properly, as in like their guts grab onto it right away and it goes all the way through. You see, humans are poisoned and we eat all kinds of different shit and they just shove meals down their face because we are born into this world ignorant. So we can figure out creation. That was the divine plan from the beginning. So now that I've made it all by myself and I'm the creator himself, which is kind of announcing the failure of this world, because if I'm the real creator of the beginning of this world, and no one can look at me, no one can speak to me, and they're all possessed by a demon, so it stays that way, then it's just a failed operation. And that's why I'm making this time capsule. This whole station is a time capsule. So when you show someone, dude, look at the apple, get a knife and peel it. You can't, when I told you just what I just told you, that the skin will never be food. It's a solid material. You cannot eat this. It's in the Bible. The Bible says they got sick in their heads after they ate the apple. It doesn't talk about a snake. It doesn't talk about temptation. It talks about disobeying God, because it said in their memory somewhere someone told them in their head, do not eat the apple or you'll go into good and evil, because their systems, they're all squirming inside their systems. They don't have like a fully goated body to where they're just going to pump out material that doesn't belong inside their systems. It's going to go straight through their gut. Humans have organs, and they're in a Genesis paradise where it's just those two humans, and their organs are actually activated, but they're completely ignorant. So they can't really become the creator, because they're obviously some kind of experiment. So they don't know that they ate a bunch of apples and there's skin inside of their gut, and it keeps you in an unconscious state. So you're completely ignorant more. Everything you knew matters nothing, because you are actually attacked by the apple. The apple made the apple with the skin on it, not because it protects the apple and the seed. Now, it's not attacking you actually, but you ate the protection. You ate it, and you're supposed to spit it out. You take a bite into the skin. Our mouths are basically designed for this. If you feel your mouth and the teeth, we're not just predators and we're not just herbivores. We're omnivores, because we have fingers and we can kill anything. So why would we just eat meat? Why would we just eat greens? We're things that we're the animal that brings out creation quickest. So, see? Your real instinct says do not shovel the apple skin into your mouth and then swallow it. There's no instinct that says swallow the skin. Your real instinct wants the flavor of the apple and the moisture. See, now that I peel the apple, I can eat like 300 apples. But if you don't peel the apple and you eat the skin, you can eat like 4 or 5, and then your entire body and system shuts down and you're completely mentally ill. Now, if you're living in harmony with nature, you're only going to be slower, and you're gonna like probably trip over something, or it's just like some Looney Tunes cartoon from ancient times where we live naked, and you ate a bunch of apples, and now you're like tripping over logs, and you don't know what you're doing anymore. But the main reason I made this video, I could have shared this a few years ago, and I got kind of nervous about it, but now I'm not anymore, because I find out that I can't show anyone this information. This is just a time capsule video. If I tell someone to peel, you have to start peeling your apples. You can never eat skin again. So you can go into a regular unoccupied, you're quadruply occupied. That skin takes like 17 meals. 20 meals probably, maybe 50, who knows? Who knows how many meals it takes for you to continually digest more and more food, so that skin breaks down into shit. Because if you think that you're breaking it down into feces, into your defecation, and into your poop, it's not happening. You know why? Because you will be sitting there grinding skin into your guts all day and night for hours and hours. I mean, any food that we actually eat, this is the hardest digesting. You can digest bones possibly quicker because you get a handle on the bone. And so I can't show someone, if I show someone, hey, peel the apple, do not eat the skin anymore. They don't know what I'm saying. They cannot hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Like, I'll stand there in front of someone's face, and if I have to do this on the camera, I'm going to start going around with a video camera and saying, do you know what creation is? And that's the truth of the whole universe. Creation is why we're here alive, so we can build a better planet and get better and better and live longer and not suffer anymore. I mean, it's just that obvious. Once you're capable, and we were born into an ignorance and darkness, so we can come out of our own through our own good intentions, or our own will, or our own receiving gifts from someone like me. I learned it myself, so I can pass it on, but I can't show anyone this. You see that? No one will listen to me at the foot, and it's the most popular book in the whole world, the Bible. It's the first thing it tells you. It says, do not eat the apple, or you'll be good and evil, and you don't even know what good and evil is because you ate the apple and you're swallowing the skin. So you can't do that anymore. No one can do that anymore. If we wake up and I'm in charge of the whole planet for the beginning portion, and I'm live on camera to everyone, which I can do right now, and I want to, and that's all I care about now. Then we won't eat the apple anymore, and there will be other things that will demonstrate the same sickness forever. That the people who aren't here actually will make a mistake and do the wrong thing of their own ignorance. It's supposed to be that the pain, you're supposed to eat it one time with the skin, and then you're supposed to notice. But Adam and Eve were obviously they were in love, and they were occupying each other so much that they couldn't notice the apple skin in their system, so they committed a sin. So they made up that whole thing from that. So they used it as a metaphor, and then wrote Genesis and all that stuff. We don't know if that's real, if that's the exact true story. It's just, we're just on a small planet on Earth. There's all these planets out there. There's galaxies, and we all have the same purpose. So that's why I'm making this video. I can't show anyone as the creator the simple fact, the most popular fact in the whole world. They can't even get it. If you tell someone about eating salt, that salt isn't food, you just put a spoonful of salt and say, dude, you think this is food? You think you can eat salt by itself? You can't eat salt by itself. It's not food. We're born into ignorance so you come out into your own. But that doesn't work like that. You have to receive something from someone. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the for the numerous weird individuals that were failures and didn't make it to the truth that were around me. And most of all, 90% of my awakening was due to my own father, who they ended up murdering recently. Probably because they're sick, possessed by demon people and the elite. That's my major guess. And they just murdered him because I'm a successful bum, or I wrote the letter to the president, or I did something successful. I don't know why. Maybe he just got murdered by whoever he was around. You know, he was hiding because he knew everything, and he knew that he didn't make it out naturally. He didn't make it out naturally. So he needed his son to become the creator himself. And here I am. I know everything. I cannot go be a wizard. I cannot go and have powers. I cannot do anything. I follow the basic, simple facts all the way. The very first important facts, the most valuable facts that you begin with to stay pure, so you're not sick without a reason. If you're sick with a reason, then you can battle and get out of it. You understand? So I like to hope that someone clicks this video and understands that I literally am leading this entire planet to their own possibility. But I'm here all alone. Because I can't show someone this, I can't just walk up to someone and tell them what to do. You understand? If I did that as an actor and I made up some fucking shit, they would just wander off because they're filled with poisons and they ate the worst thing possible. They ate an apple. They're giving out these out at work. They're eating apples with all that solid material. Like, it looks like it's edible because I chewed it down, but all that skin, if you add up one apple and you put all the skin in a pile, that's what's stuck in your stomach. And then it goes into your gut. And you either shit it out or you're sick until, you're overoccupied. They're overoccupied, and I cannot get someone's attention. The moment I start talking, the moment they start doing this, they just basically start seizuring slow-mo. They don't know what's happening at all. They don't know. I have been there myself. My father has sat there with me knowing everything, and I've been there myself as someone who actually isn't here on the outside that can know something. People who can know something won't listen to a fact like this because they're sick already from doing it. And they forget, or whatever it is. They're not capable. They're incapacitated. We do not need to poison anyone anymore. I made it through the darkness, and I will lead. I don't even need to lead us. I already made it. We're already here. All right. I will lead us past the entrance of the gateway, and we'll make it as long as I can make it. And so far, this is all we can do, is let me send out an SOS to the entire universe, because only this one person is here. Anything else that will follow me is an animal or a plant, and we're not the same species. So we don't have the same genetics. They can't just start following me around. If the animals start following me around, we'll call it a miracle, and they'll fucking put cameras on me, and they won't know what it is when I say I'm the creator. They'll think something crazy. They will not know because they have no willpower to. They have no good intentions. You have to have good intentions to make it out of the darkness into creation. If I tell you what creation is and then you get it, then you probably made it out already somewhere, because all you have to do is take a step out into the fucking light. And there's half of the people at least have made it to the light. They just don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? They can't listen to a simple fact and then call it like, oh my God, that isn't food. Like, oh, Like, I didn't know this the whole time. Like, why didn't anyone show me? And they know the benefit. That's the most important part. That's the benefit. You get to eat apples forever after you peel the skin. You peel it off. No more. No more skin. No more. Truth before the truth.